What's going on, amazing people? Welcome to A Minute for Your Marriage with Rod Harrison. I am Rod Harrison. I have the privilege to coach marriages, to coach couples who are high performers, high flyers, high soarers, people who oftentimes have huge public personas and public demands, big stages, and big pains in their marriages. And so I love coaching. I love sharing insights that can help people really experience an amazing and powerful transformation in their relationships. It's been my honor for many years to do that. So I just like to share with you things that I share with couples that I coach. And I kind of consider myself here a coach to you. I hope you'll allow me that privilege. All right, so today I want to talk to you about four reasons why most couples struggle in their marriages, why they have conflicts, why they have these painful cycles of conflict, why it just keeps happening. And they usually can't see that one of these four things happens that oftentimes sparks the conflict. So let me share with you what they are. Here's one of the first ones: wrong assumptions. We make wrong assumptions about each other, about what the other person meant, about why the other person did what they did. We try to figure out their motives and we tell them, I know why you did such and such and such. And truth is, you don't really know why. And when you assume, you open the door for contention, for defensiveness, right? Don't assume, right? Don't make the wrong assumptions. You know what they say about assumptions. Y'all know what they say. Are you following what I'm saying? Like, so when people assume the wrong thing about the other person, there's always going to be contention and conflict. I have a couple that I'm working with these days, and they keep cycling, right? I think we're just getting them out of it, but they're still not quite out of the woods yet. But the reason they keep cycling is because they keep assuming things about the other person. Well, he did this because, she did this because, and the reason they did this, right? And they keep going back and forth on this sort of why, this assumption about the other person, what they intended, why they did it. And when you make wrong assumptions about the other person, you create extraordinary stress on the relationship. And so wrong assumptions is a big, big challenge. You ready for the next one? It is unmet needs. Yes, everybody's got needs. I got needs. You got needs. All God's children have needs. Listen, your spouse has needs. Your husband has needs. Your wife has needs. And listen, my needs are not more important than Sherry's needs, and her needs are not more important than my needs. Both our needs are important. But when those needs, especially emotional needs, go unmet, unaddressed, unsatisfied, we now have a challenge, because no one can get through life without having the oxygen of their needs being cared for in life. And so unmet needs. I'm curious if these two are resonating with you in some way. If so, just drop something in the comments. Let me know. But let me give you a third reason why couples have so much conflict. So we said wrong assumptions, unmet needs. How about this? Unfulfilled expectations. Don't even try it right now. Like don't act like you don't have any expectations of your spouse. In fact, nobody gets married without expectations. And whether you've been married for a year or 6 days or 60 years, we all have expectations of one another. And the difference between expectation, well, let me say this, yes, the difference between having expectations and those expectations being unfulfilled is what I call the space we call disappointment. And the more your expectations go unfulfilled, the more disappointed you are. And disappointment turns to anger, and anger to resentment. It can eventually become bitterness. You got to be careful about not caring for each other's expectations. You say, how do we work on that? Well, first we got to get clear about our expectations. Tell the truth about your expectations. Ask your spouse what they expected of you. Now we can have a conversation about whether I can meet these expectations, because a lot of these expectations are unfulfilled because they're unspoken. Like, we don't read each other's minds. I know some of y'all are really tripping right now. You're like, he's supposed to know after 22 years of marriage. No, he doesn't. She's supposed to know. I've been doing the same thing, the same way. Nah, bro, people don't read your brain. They don't know what you expect. Open your mouth and share what you expect. And here is number 4, principles that we violate in our relationships. Every relationship operates on principles. If you apply the principles, if you embrace the principles, then you get the benefit of those principles. But when you trash the principles of relationship, like fidelity, like reciprocity, come on, help me talk, like fidelity, trust is a major principle. If we don't have trust, we are going to have a hard time having a relationship. Has a principle been violated in your marriage? If it has, let me tell you, you can recover it, but trust takes time to rebuild. So what have we said? We've said when principles are violated. We've said when expectations are unfulfilled, when needs go unmet, and when we make wrong assumptions, we're going to have challenges with conflict in our marriages. My hope is that you can sift through those 4 and identify which one perhaps is your biggest challenge in your marriage. And I'm going to leave a link to my Dream Marriage Masterclass, because I think the course can help you. It's a self-study, and we address issues of rebuilding trust, communication. We talk about trust, communication. Oh man, so much in there. Oh, conflict. That's what I want to. Conflict, right? How to resolve conflicts, long-standing conflicts. How to identify your dream marriage. Like, what did you dream of? What did you have in mind? How to help each other heal from traumas of the past, and maybe even the not so distant past. All right, hey. This is Rod Harrison with A Minute for Your Marriage, and I hope you got a lot out of this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.